Hey, what's up, YouTubers? My name is Roman, and this is my first video of my external fixator. And I'm gonna tell you in a little bit how I got myself into this fixator and the process. And it's been looking good. It's been looking good. Thankful for these doctors. Very smart bone doctors, surgeons, everybody that works in the hospital facility. God bless all you guys. Now, I was in an accident. I got hit by a vehicle from behind, ripped my whole leg off, dislocated shoulder, broken ribs, broken nose, hematoma, like blood clog. My face was all beat up, and doctors did everything possible to save my leg. That's when I was introduced to this external fixator. Now, my accident was in July 6th. I had about 3 surgeries prior to this external fixator getting put on my leg. This is something awesome. This is actually a new version, this frame. It's a new version of the external fixator. This was actually invented, I say, back in the 1980s or something like that, by a Soviet physician named Gabriel Lizaro. He's a Poland guy. He was born in Poland. He pretty much lived in Russia most of his lifetime. This technique was brought to America, in 1980s, like in the middle of the 80s. Now, the first American doctor that actually had something similar to this was a doctor by the name of Clayton Parkhill. He was the first doctor to use a bone clamp. But in reality, something like this was actually invented even more earlier than what I expected in my research. It was pretty much from a doctor by the name of Lembeau, back in 1902. He was actually one of the first doctors who was there when they, invented anesthesia back in 1846, the X-ray back in 1895. So this doctor pretty much was like the first one who started this external fixator. And then obviously as years go by, it upgrades, which that's where Lazaro came in with his external fixator. And then in America it was Clayton Parkhill. And pretty much it was brought to America in the 1980s. One of the famous bone doctors, Gabriel Lizarbo, he was one of his first books was actually introduced to America in 1992, and it was edited in English, of course, for the doctors here in America, so they could understand what's going on. There's a lot of going on in my leg right now. I really didn't put anything when I was more fresh and wounded up. I was so much pain, couldn't tolerate. And we have a lot of gadgets in this leg right now. Now this process here, it's a long process. It's probably gonna take about another year. I'm in 5 months already. It should take about a year, the doctor said. I go to a Cook County hospital. Stroger's Hospital is one of the best hospitals we have here in Chicago, Illinois. They have a good burn unit, bone unit, you name it, they have it. Best doctors in the world. Everybody comes and studies here. Everybody. Like a lot of doctors. Like every year these doctors are getting younger and younger. Okay, now let's go and show you of what I got going on over here. Now pretty much this is an external fixator. Now I have 2 processes going on here. We are stretching my leg and we are rotating my foot because what happened was when I was in an accident, they couldn't close my wound due to the fact that I lost a lot of meat, muscle, skin, and bone. So what they did was they had to grind my bones. They took off about, I say, 3-4 inches of bone. They shrunk my leg, and what they did was they closed the wound. So that was one of the best options, either that or have my leg cut off. Now, the doctor put that, so little by little, we started the process. So the first process was stretching the leg. After the wound was closed, which my doctor said I'm out the danger zone about 3-4 weeks ago. It was real bad. He was worried because of the wound. They don't want to close, etc. He was worried. I was worried. Shit. Anyways, so pretty much the process for stretching the leg to get back the length of my leg, because again they shorten my leg, are these rods right here. And I have 4 rods. There's one here, one here, one here, and one down here. Now when I started the process, this frame was way up here. Let me see if I get a little closer. Alright, now you see I marked a red dot right here, so I kind of get an idea of how much I'm stretching. Now so far I stretched, I say, about 3 fingers. About 3 fingers. So that's about the big of space that I have right now. Right here. So what they did pretty much was they cut my bone below my kneecap. So my kneecap's right here. What they did, they cut the bone through right here. So when they cut the bone, as I'm stretching, the bone's opening, and that's where it's starting to stretch. So there's about a big gap right now in between my bone, like this big. Well, the size of this. So there's about a good gap right there between my bone where it's stretching. There's no bone in the middle. The bone, believe it or not, the body is very amazing. You'd be surprised what the body can do. I became a bone internet doctor after my accident, and I've been studying a lot about this, and it's crazy. Humans' bodies are awesome. So pretty much I'm stretching it from right here, and as soon as I get the stretching amount to pretty much level both of my legs together, then after 6 months, the bone starts forming around the outside. Of course, inside my leg, not outside my leg, but I'm trying to explain to you. The bone that I'm missing here from the inside, it starts forming from the outside in, which I wasn't aware. I thought it was like a freaking plant when you cut the little leaf off and then another one grows back out, something similar. Like, no, this one, it's awesome. You're surprised how it works. I'm not sure if I'm quite right, if I'm explaining myself right, but it's pretty much how my doctor kind of explained it to me. So we stretch the leg from here. As you can see, I'm way ahead. I'm already good 2.5 inches. Now when I started this process, as you can see, all these pins, they were like, this pin was way up here. You see, and it scarred me, and it's stretching, so it's pulling everything down. See, same thing here. This pin was up to here, and now it's down there. Same thing. I don't know if you can see the scars. So up here, and so as it's pulling, obviously it's ripping through my skin because I have all these pins in my legs. So it's pretty fucking painful, guys. The bone doesn't hurt because obviously the bones are still broken, but that's not even the pain I feel. The pain I feel is the skin ripping through these things right here. See, I got more down here. My ankle. Yeah, this one big bad boy Christmas present that I got this year early. Okay, so now we're, explain a little bit. If you don't get confused, maybe you could rewind a little bit and try to understand what I'm trying to explain to you over here. So these rods, again, are to stretch my leg, to lengthen it to the right, as this leg, because they had to shorten the leg. So anyways, now for the ankle, as you can see, my ankle is rotated to the right. And these where these bad boys come in. These are rotators. There's 6 of them, if I'm not mistaken. There's 2, 4. Yeah, there's 6 and 6. Now these rotators pretty much will be helping me in rotating my foot back to its original position. By doing that, how this works, the doctor does his measurements and then he calculates all the measurements that I have to do, and he gives me a paper with all my calculations and rotations that I have to do to each one of these. As you can see, there's 1, 2, they go by numbers of course, 3, 4, and then right here 5 and 6. So every line has its number and rotation the way I got to do it. It can be negative, positive. If you can see, it goes negative or it goes positive. Now I pretty much do what I do with these rods right here. I pretty much rotate them the way I'm supposed to. Now unfortunately this part for my ankle didn't work, so my doctor told me to stop, because what happened was when I started to do this process, it re-snapped my fracture from right here, or my original fracture, and let me tell you, that shit was painful, guys. It was bad, but he said, that's, you know, don't worry about that, we can fix it later. You know, our main issue was to save the leg, which I'm so thankful to God that he did. And pretty much I am 5 months in, by the way, 5 months in. My accident was July 6th. We're in December 5th. So I'm going 5 months in. And I will be following up with you guys every month to let you know how this works. And let me tell you guys, this, I would have pain and have this 100% than not have a leg. So be strong, guys. Be strong. You know, life is rough. It's you know, it's hard. It's hard because, you know, pain, you know, hospital, jail, you know, car in the shop. That's one place I really don't want nobody to be in, you know. It's rough. It's hard, and, you know, a lot of money, a lot of pain. Gotta have patience, though. You definitely gotta have patience, because, you know, I've been in my house for 5 months, you know, going a little crazy here and there, you know, a little stressed, depressed, but, you know, I got a big family that I love so much, my Roman Rosales family, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. You know, if you got any questions, you know, drop a comment and I'll try to reply as soon as I can. Right now I'm just gonna show you a little bit of the leg without trying to move the camera too much. I gotta try to stand up. Alright, let's see. Hopefully we can kind of get a glimpse of the leg. That's my ankle down there. Foot. I do have pictures and videos of when it was like literally fresh, and I would be posting them pretty soon so you guys can get an idea of how it actually was. You know, see, as you can see, I got very hairy legs, which is good. Blood flows very good. I can move my ankle. I'm sorry, I can move my toes. I barely started, you know, when I started, again, may I remind you, I could barely move my toes, and now I'm like all the way down here. My muscles moves, all this moves, you know. I'm starting to get feeling where the main fracture was, and everything looks good, guys. And yeah, life, this is my life with External Fixator for the next year. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I hope you hit that like button and subscribe. I'll be posting every month based on my process. I know there's new people out there that probably has one of these and are looking into it, I mean, I really pray to God that nobody ever needs one of these. But I mean, you know, there's a lot of videos out there, a lot of videos with this external fixator. I mean, I really didn't see anything new, so I decided to make a video of my own, just to kind of give you an idea. Like every videos that I see is pretty much like a surgical in the surgeon room with the doctors. As a matter of fact, there is this video of this young girl who was in an accident, and it's called 500 Days of My Life, I believe. And this young girl actually broke, like, literally both of her legs real bad, that she had to wear two of these, one in each leg. So she was walking around with a fixator on both her legs, and that motivated me. So, you know, hay que echarle ganas, like how we say, us Latinos, puro pa adelante. All right, you guys have a blessed day. Be safe out there. God bless you guys. Keep in touch. Stay posted soon for a new video. Thank you.